Keto Doritos. So I saw Keto Kelly making these on TikTok and I had to try them out. Super simple, just slice some Colby Jack cheese into triangles. My pizza cutter worked pretty great for this. Place on parchment paper and you're gonna sprinkle with your favorite taco seasoning. This is my favorite by Flavor God. It's called Taco Tuesday. I use it all the time. Next, you're gonna dice up one jalapeno and put it on top of the cheese. Now, I cooked mine at 425 degrees for 10 minutes and then let cool. Everyone's oven's gonna be a little different, so make sure you're watching it. Pro tip, the thinner the cheese, the crispier the Dorito.
This recipe will transport you to heaven. Let's make cauliflower Manchurian. Wash your cauliflower and then batter it in the ingredients you see on the screen, and then fry those up until crispy and delicious. And honestly, these itself are so good that you could stop here. But let's level it up and make the sauce with garlic, ginger, 1 green chili, some red onion, peppers, 2 spoons of soy sauce. Add in that batter we made before, add in your cauliflower, and that's...
Want to learn how to make keto crackers? I'm going to teach you how. Come on, it's easy. The full recipe will be at the end of this video so you can screenshot it. You're gonna add all these ingredients to a bowl. Each of these seeds is 1/3 cup. Then you'll do 1 tablespoon of these seasonings. You'll melt 1/4 cup coconut oil in the microwave, and then you'll add 1 cup of very hot water to this mix. You're gonna stir, and it will be soupy, but let it sit there for about 15 minutes and it will turn into this paste. Line a very large baking sheet with parchment paper, not wax paper. And you're gonna press all the way to the edge and get the cracker as thin as possible. And just keep pressing until it's this full sheet. You're gonna put this in the oven at 300 degrees for 45 minutes, and then here's the kicker. Turn the oven off, but leave the cookie sheet in there for another 2 to 4 hours until it fully cools in the oven. Remove and enjoy. They have a really nice crunch. And look, it's this whole tray. So good. Put some cheese on this. Or not, dairy-free. For the full recipe and instructions, go to the Kelly Kitchen.
Okay, so I always buy these frozen Blackened Tenders at the store, but they're like $7 a bag and you don't get too many of them. So I tried to make them at home. I'm going to start by cutting up a chicken breast into little slices, drying it off, and then coating it in half a teaspoon of baking powder, paprika, Old Bay, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Then I'm going to toss them in oil and throw them in my air fryer on 400 degrees for about 25 minutes, and I flipped them over a couple times. These were so easy to make and they turned out so good. If you try them, tag me.
Day 4 of 30 of 30-minute recipes. Let's make this low-carb, creamy bacon asparagus pasta. Using a vegetable peeler, cut each asparagus stalk into thin slices. Then in a pan, cook some bacon until crisp, and then in the same pan, add some garlic and then add heavy cream and cream cheese and cook until the cream cheese has melted. Add some shredded mozzarella and seasonings and simmer the sauce until it's thickened. In a separate pan, heat some oil and then add the asparagus noodles, cover and cook for a few minutes until tender. You can also crumble the bacon at this point. Transfer the asparagus noodles to a plate, spoon the sauce on top, then garnish with the crispy bacon.
If you're tired of boring chicken, let me show you how to make this amazing 3-ingredient teriyaki chicken. First, start off by thinly slicing some chicken thighs and throwing it in a pan at medium-high heat. Then after about 5 minutes, go ahead and flip those over and add 1 cup of soy sauce and a half a cup of brown sugar. Mix that all together so everything's nice and coated, and then you want to let it sit there until it starts bubbling up and turning into a nice thick sauce. Let it cool for a couple minutes.
Okay, if you love cheese, broccoli, and chicken, you will love this low-carb dinner. Start by steaming your broccoli according to package directions, then chop it all into little pieces, add it to a bowl along with cheese, Parmesan cheese, softened cream cheese, all those good old seasonings, and a few good splashes of Worcestershire sauce. Then we're gonna mix it up. I realized here I should have used a bigger bowl, but you live and you learn. Then it should look something like this. Now onto the chicken. I'm using this pre-cooked chicken just to make it easy, but you could always just, season your chicken, cook it up, works either way. Add it to a casserole dish, spread it out, and then spread all over that creamy, cheesy broccoli goodness. And I'm also adding some shredded cheese on top. Bake at 375 for 20 minutes. Broil for a few minutes till it's golden.
This is going to make the most amazing key lime pie truffle. This is perfect and ready for summer. I have the recipe here for you guys to easily screenshot. So once you mix up this truffle batter, you're going to add half the batter to your heated mini waffle iron and cook that for 4 minutes. When that one's done, remove and repeat with half the batter. Then we're going to make up the frosting. Again, I made it so you guys could screenshot the recipe. Put all the frosting ingredients together, blend it with your hand mixer, and you're going to spread this on top of one of your finished truffles. And then stack the other truffle on top. Repeat with some more of the frosting and garnish with a beautiful lime slice. Here it is, you guys. This is so delicious. Key lime pie.
Mango cheesecake cups. It's been a hot minute since I've shared a dessert on here, so let's go. 1 cup of heavy cream. We're gonna whip that until it's got stiff peaks and it's a thick consistency. When that's done, just set it aside for now. To a separate bowl, add half cup of sugar, 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, and beat until it's combined and nice and creamy. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1.5 cups of mango puree. I just peeled some mangoes, blended it up, easy as that. Mix this all together, look at that beautiful color. Now we're gonna add that whipped cream and gently fold it until it's all combined. That's gonna make this really nice and light and airy. I would have added some graham cracker to the bottom of my cup, but my son ate them all, so here we are. I like to use a piping bag to nicely pipe this into my cups. Then you wanna stick these in the refrigerator for about 4 hours or overnight to set. Before I serve, I like to top with a little fresh chopped mango and some mint I pulled from my garden. And that is
I'm not even a tuna salad fan, and this is amazing. Keto version, 2 tablespoons of dill relish, add a teaspoon of sugar substitute, mix that up, and then you're gonna add 2 cans of tuna drained, 1/2 cup of finely diced celery, 1/4 cup of finely diced onion, 1/2 cup plus 3 tablespoons of Hellmann's mayonnaise, mix that up. You're gonna salt and pepper to taste and then serve over tomatoes. This is a must. It is phenomenal.
Don't knock it until you try it. Roasted Brussels sprouts with a mustard cream sauce. Take off all the outer layers of each Brussels sprout. It's usually about 2 or 3 depending on the size of your Brussels sprout. Then you're gonna cut each end off because no one needs to eat that. You're gonna drizzle it with some olive oil in a bowl, salt and pepper, and then tossy, mixy. Put it on a pan and roast in the oven at 425 degrees for about 15 and 20 minutes. Once it's out, put some olive oil in the pan, some red onions or shallots, garlic, and some stone ground mustard. You're gonna add a little bit of cream, let it come to a bubble, toss back in your Brussels sprouts, and there you go. Drizzle it with a little balsamic glaze. Yum.
Day 7 of 30 of 30-minute recipes, we are making this low-carb, loaded broccoli cauliflower casserole. To make it, microwave some frozen cauliflower and broccoli florets and then crisp up and crumble some bacon. Then, to a mixing bowl, add sour cream, cream cheese, mayo, and spices and mix that together. Fold in the vegetables, some of the crumbled bacon, and some shredded cheese. Transfer that to a pan and sprinkle on some more shredded cheese and bacon crumbles. Cover the pan, transfer it to the oven, and bake at 450 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Then remove the foil and broil until the top is golden and bubbly. Garnish.
Looking for something different to try this holiday weekend? This is my favorite. Sausage Alfredo with cabbage noodles. All cooked on the grill. It's low carb, very easy to make, and it is addictive. Look